Alright, it is time for the last match for a while in 4WC's first day of semifinals week. It is Sweden versus Argentina in our third of 4 losers bracket, round 4 matchups. This one, the 7th seed versus 22nd seed. Well, this map actually got updated. That's so sad. Anyway, it would be the Garfield show, but apparently the map got updated, so my client can't load it, so we don't get to watch it. Sorry, not sorry. Instead, we'll just talk about the match. Say hello to the couple people who maybe come watch. And, chill. So, Sweden, I think, is, Sweden and Argentina, I think, are two of the more surprising teams to still be alive in this tournament. Looking to make their way in the top 6. Put this back on while we're hanging out. I don't know that at the outset we really would have expected either of these guys to still be here. You know, Sweden qualified as the 7th seed. They took out Estonia in the first round. Defeated the United Kingdom in a tiebreaker in the round of 16 before dropping to Hong Kong by a 6-0 score in the quarterfinals. This will be their first match in the losers bracket. We'll see how it goes for them. Sweden, of course, captained by Yumemi Riamu, aka Denk, joined by W, Masta, Felrian, Not, Nesnen, Slizzer, and Tony with the capital O, Reno. I don't know why that O is capitalized, but there you go. Anyway, so pretty decent roster with some good players, but I think definitely performing better than we would have expected them to. On the other side, Argentina qualified number 22. One of the lower teams to make it through the qualifiers round. They dropped to France in the first round of the winners bracket. Wow, that's really interesting what happens when a map is updated and the client doesn't load it. Anyway, dropped to France by 6-4 score in the round of 32. So they've been in the losers bracket for quite some time. Took out Australia 6-4, the Czech Republic 6-1, and Singapore 6-2 in their 3 matches in the losers bracket thus far. No, the Czech Republic match notwithstanding, I would call it a little unexpected to see them knock off Australia and then really have a relatively easy time of things against a Singapore team that I thought was pretty strong last week in their losers round 3 match. So good on them for making it to this point, but unfortunately one of these teams will have to go home. So Argentina, team captain Penguo, joined by Amamiya, Kata, Julian-Kala, Naika, Payne, Remy, and Streamkey. One of those rosters, you know, kind of both of these teams, no one player that really stands out, but both sides pretty good, you know what I mean? Like, they have decent players. It's just nobody that's, like, amazing. You know, you don't have a Vroom CV Vitae, you don't have, you know, kind of those big names, you don't have, you know, the firepower of, like, a Hong Kong, you know, kind of the pluckiness of the South Korea with Inan Korkosaki Core Rem really popping off in that match against the USA last week. You know, the big carries like Okinotori has been for Russia, for instance. So both these teams just making the most of what they have really effectively to carry them through to this point in the bracket. And, you know, we're glad to see them here. I think this is a pretty good matchup on paper. These are two teams that I think are relatively similar in strength. You know, assuming they have their players here, I think it's a couple of rosters that should make for a pretty close matchup with one another. So hopefully they will show that here in this matchup today. You know, we haven't really seen the greatest of matches so far today. Pretty one-sided affair in Hong Kong versus China, as one-sided affair as it gets in Brazil versus Poland. France did take out Netherlands 6-4. That was not without its share of a little bit of drama almost, but that was the closest match so far today. And even still, it never really felt like Netherlands could win that match. It always felt like that was going to be France. It just took, you know, Vroom being Vroom and FCing Banned Forever, followed by last match of that map of that match, which was something else that I don't remember. But to allow France to emerge victorious. So We are just getting through the warm-ups here. Not really sure what's going on in the lobby, so we're kind of hanging out. Okay, they are in it. They're in it to win it, ladies and gentlemen. So we are gonna get some client audio here in a second here as soon as it starts. And we'll get into the second warm-up. Wait, this is a Spanish version. This is a Spanish version of Bet On It. This is a Spanish version of Bet On It. Wow. All right. Well, I didn't expect this by any means. But this is kind of funny, actually. I'm here for it, to be honest. I'm okay with this. We're just gonna let this do its thing. And oh goodness, I'm so tired. I'm sorry. We're gonna let this do its thing, and then afterwards we get into the bands. I'm not sure if they already rolled. They might have already rolled. Looks like Sweden won the roll, so they'll get their choice of first band, second pick, or second band, first pick. I just can't believe this is a thing that exists. Who decided that this was something we needed in the world? I don't have the words. Also, how did my client manage to download this? Usually doesn't do that all that successfully. I guess I'm not complaining, because this is really funny. What? 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 What was that noise? A fun fact, I think I've seen the actual ranked map of this like 4 times, and I can't get above like 96% accuracy. It's really sad. Like that old map, like DT stuff is just so hard to have good ac on. Also these like weird 3/4 rhythm sections. Anyway, that was a warm-up. I don't know what that has to say about what the match we're about to see is going to be like, but at least maybe it'll be fun. So Sweden was good. Winning the roll. They will have choice of second band, first pick, first band, second pick. A lot of teams seem to pick second band, first pick. I like this first band, second pick, but I mean, you know, everybody's different. So we'll find out here shortly, and then we'll get to the band phase. I don't know what to really expect of bands from these teams, so it'll all be kind of up in the air as we get into it. Hopefully we can maybe get on like a song from the pool here as background music for our band phase. I don't know if the ref is watching the match. Hopefully the ref is watching the match. Like maybe we can get like Roxanne or an Anti-Morphs. Okay, the ref is watching the match. Let's go, dude. We're gonna go straight to the tiebreaker. It's a 5-5 tie. Tiebreaker time. Let's go. Double time tiebreaker. Poggers. All right, so Sweden has chosen second band first pick, which means we will get the first band from Argentina here in just a moment. I genuinely, I don't know what these teams are good at. I feel like Argentina's felt pretty good at speed and DT stuff, but it's kind of a toss-up, I feel like, a little bit. So we'll get to see, maybe make a little bit of judgment based on what the teams ban, to get kind of an idea of what they'll be looking for in this pool with their picks once we get there. Let's see that they might be taking their time here. want this match. I like, with all due respect to both these teams, I just want this match to go quickly, like, no matter who wins. Because I want to go, like, lay down and take a nap. It's 4 o'clock, and I've been doing this for 6 hours now, and there's still another match that's just now getting started. Please send help. Alright, gonna be free mod 1 first ban from Argentina, which is Forget the Promise, Elysium. It's kind of the D&B slider aim kind of map. Not slider aim, I mean, it's just like 1-2 sliders, but the patterning makes it kind of aimy, with some finger control burst type stuff thrown in as well. That'll be the first ban for Argentina. We'll see where that leads us, but first we've got to get through the other 3 bans. Of course, Sweden with their own first ban to come. If we get maybe some more DT bans or something. Oh, 24 viewers, this is so sad. I guess the add everyone is just required, huh? It's gonna be Nomad 4, the first ban for Team Sweden. That is an alt map. That is Make a Loser. A 108 style. It's an alt pick in the Nomad pool. One of a couple alt picks in the Nomad pool. Maybe Sweden not liking the alt picks. Maybe Sweden just not liking alt in general. Maybe Sweden afraid of Argentina being good at alt. I'm not actually sure which of the above is true. If I had a hazard a guess, I would say maybe they just don't really like these alt picks. My god, can they please just end like a little bit faster, please? That's all I ask. Just like a little bit faster. If they pick and ban this, if they play the actual matches slowly as they're doing the bans, I might just AFK. Hardock won the second ban from Argentina. Natsukashiki Toho no Shi. Seek World. Cemetery, very long hard rock, consistency streams, banned out by Argentina. We'll now go to the last ban from Team Sweden. Last ban overall. Another alt map, I mean, you've got Bring It On, you've got Worlds Connect if you want to get rid of another alt style pick. I'm dead. Hidden 2, that is the AR8 hidden Jiao Shengguang. I'm probably butchering that. I'm sorry to anybody who actually speaks Mandarin. But that's gonna be the AR8 hidden as the second and final ban from Team Sweden. So that'll be Free Mod 1 and Hard Rock 1 banned by Argentina. Nomad 4 and Hidden 2 banned by Sweden. Once again, another match where the 4 bans represent 4 different mod pools. That's kind of cool, at least. And Sweden quickly into their first pick will go into double time number 1. That is Gamble Rumble. The Eurobeat thing. Eurostep, that's basketball. A little Eurobeat thing. 3 minutes long, 228 BPM. Got some bursts, got some aim, got some streams. Pretty consistently difficult to pick. So we will find out how the teams feel on some DT early on in this one. It is decently speedy. 228 beats per minute, plenty of bursts, so it does require some speed and some stamina. Only air 9.67, so it's not like it's a 10.3 pick or anything, but decent amount of difficulty, just raw difficulty in terms of mechanical skill required to play this map properly. We've seen some people do really well on it, we've seen some people do really badly on it. Hopefully we see the former in this rather than the latter. That is going to be our first pick of this match. It will be Sweden versus Argentina. There is a spot in losers bracket round 5 in a matchup with Team Brazil on the line in this one. So plenty at stake. And we'll see how everybody performs going into this match here this afternoon. It's going to be W, Slizzer, Felrion, and Masta against Naika, Penguo, Kata, and Pain. Argentina has seemed like a team that's pretty strong on Hard Rock so far in this tournament, so it'll be interesting to see if that continues to carry on or if Sweden is powerful enough to defeat them on that mod. It's going to be an interesting kind of barometer here with our first pick of this match to find out how the teams are going to perform. Because this is bringing in a lot in the first map. You've got several different skill sets kind of represented in this one and a pretty high mechanical requirement. So hopefully, you know, everybody's warmed up, everybody's good to go, everybody's got their DT fingers on and has their game set to go. We are going to be underway here. Map number 1 of our third losers bracket round. Let's see what happens. And this is the sort of pattern already, just right at the beginning here, that is basically going to be representative of the entire map. It is a lot of stuff like that with the bursts and some short sliders and some longer streams, etc., etc. Early breaks on both sides, one from W and one from Naika. Slizzer will be next, followed up by Masta. Sweden already just down to 1 FC, not having the greatest time in this first verse. Penguo and Kata both break for Argentina, though. So it is Pain and Naika versus Felrion and W. So W breaking as well. So not starting off super well here for anybody. Both these teams finding plenty of trouble in the first section of the map, other than Pain and Felrion. See which of those two can hold on the longest. Seems like a lot of the time we see people holding it till the end and then maybe having trouble with the very ending of the map, but here it is, breaks aplenty. Penguo, Pain, and Kata all missing, as well as Felrion and Slizzer and W. So Naika with a combo lead over Masta, the only players over 100 combo going into the second verse. And not a lot of combo here to speak of for Sweden. That 650 on Naika is playing a big role in this Argentina lead early on. Pain and W trading breaks, but Masta breaking just before as well. Naika with the 730 combo, keeping this Argentina lead steady at almost 300,000 points. Slizzer with some combo for Sweden, but really not a lot. And it is 270,000 point lead here for Argentina. It's looking okay for them starting off this match. You get some pretty difficult parts here at the end, though. Last quarter of the map is not easy. But it's a very comfortable lead for Argentina. Sweden 3 missing. W the only combo left. And Naika still at almost 1,000 combo. The only player comboing for Argentina, but the only combo that really matters anyway. This is looking like Argentina should take a break point on the first map of this match. Naika does finally break near the end, but W doesn't have enough combo to make anything of it, so this will be very comfortable Argentina win, it looks like. We'll see what happens in the very ending here if it comes back at all, but 400,000 points more than enough for Argentina to hang on. And that is going to be the 1-0 lead for Argentina, the early break point to get things started. That is not what you want to see if you're Team Sweden. And that is, well, 345,000 points, so it did come down a little bit toward the end, but boy, the 688k from Naika really doing work, and W only able to muster up 278k. not doing the best there for Sweden, and Argentina will gladly take that break point to start out the proceedings today in their pursuit of a top 6 slot. Continuing onward. Point to the good for Argentina here. Onto their own first pick will be gone. If you're Argentina, you might just pick another DT right here. I mean, you've got the entire DT pool open, and you just got a break point on the first pick on DT. So, Runway Driver, Romeo, and Cinderella provide attractive options. Yomitsu Hirosaka Corruption, maybe, but that one is a little bit more just, you know, one skill set. Can you hit the very long death streams? That's all that one comes down to. This map was a little bit more varied. It's got some aim and some bursts and some streams, so we'll see where they go. We've already had all 5 picks all 5 pools represented. We've got Nomad, Hidden, Hard Rock, Fremod Bands, and a DT pick. And yeah, it is going to be the DT pick here from Argentina. So that is Romeo and Cinderella, mapped by the entire country of the United States of America. Just kidding. Mapped by Siriru. It's an USA song. It's a little higher BPM, goes up to 225. Does keep the CS4 AR 9.67, that is pretty standard. Very similar stats. You've got DT2 and DT3, 6.33 stars for CS4, AR 9.67, both of them. Kind of funny how that worked out. This is the shortest of the DT picks. It's only 2 minutes and 4 seconds long. And we deleted the storyboard, so hopefully it won't lag this time quite so badly. We'll find out as we get into it whether that ends up actually being the case though. That's 7 players in the roster so far, just waiting on the 4th from Sweden. Argentina keeping their exact same roster with Nika, Pain, Kata, and Penguo. Very strong DT squad, so no surprise to see them keeping the same players. And looks like both teams actually keeping the exact same rosters. W, Slizzer, Felrion, and Masta gonna stay in for Sweden as well. So no player changes going from DT number 1 to DT number 2 here. But in Argentina's case, that's for good reason. They did win that first DT pick and with it a break point, so they're going to see if they can consolidate it. Try to take an early 2-0 lead here in this match, hit the ground running as it were in this one. And we get this. Wow, this glitch has gotten even worse now. Okay, fix that real quick. And here we go. Another DT pick. See if Argentina looks as good on this one as they did the first one. I really didn't get to watch this map the last time it was played because my client was too busy lagging to death, so hopefully this one will be a little better, but it's not starting off very well, is it? You get the early breaks from W and Slizzer on the Sweden side. Not what you want, especially with a map this short. This is a little more impactful, you know, when the map is only 2 minutes long compared to, you know, some of this 3.5, give or take. Do get the break from Nika, but it's traded back for Slizzer. 3 FCs to 2, make that 3 FCs to 1. Masta finding a break as well. Sweden not having a great time in this one already. About a third of the way in. It's a break from Penguo for Argentina as well, though. Pain and Kata versus Felrion. W having another break. He's struggling a little bit here. Sweden, I think, just, I don't know, seemingly outclassed on these first couple DTs through 1.5 maps. I mean, obviously that doesn't really mean much, but Already a 300,000 point lead for Argentina halfway through the map. There is still an FC on Felrion. There is some combo, but not anymore as he does find a break. So 2 FCs basically unopposed. Make that 1 FC as Kata breaks, but that 1 FC is very important. And it does go away. I mean, Masta has a 350 combo and W has a 240 combo. But Argentina has such a big lead that I just don't know if it matters all that much, especially with Penguo about 400 and Nika about 230. Penguo is not that far behind Masta. Well, he is now after a break, but W breaking as well. And just the ending to come with Argentina holding a 400,000+ point lead. You know, it's not going to be winning pretty, but it's going to be winning. And it's going to be a 2-0 lead. Argentina starting this match off well. 2 points won by pretty comfortable margins, 344k, 478k. And 2-0 consolidated break point within just a matter of a couple minutes here for the Argentinian squad. Are Sweden going to look to adapt now after their own DT pick didn't go well for them, neither did the opposing DT pick. You know, maybe you switch up the mod pool here quickly early on. The initial strategy not working out so far. Probably gonna take a little time to think about this pick. I would believe. I want to get a good pick here. I think if you're Sweden, you probably pivot to something that isn't speed. You know, maybe depending on what mod pools you feel comfortable with, you know, maybe you go to a hidden, but they did ban the AR8 hidden, so I don't know how great they feel. Hidden 3 is really difficult, and Hidden 1 is a mechanics test of aim, so maybe not the immediate choice. We banned an alt map, so I can't imagine they're going to go to something like a Nomad 6 or a Nomad 3. Yeah, I don't know. How does their aim feel? You know, do they go like Roxanne for like a hard rock aim kind of pick? They are going to go to the hidden aim test. It's going to be Sweden's second picking 1 by Yosei Teikoku. It's the Despair difficulty by Lassie. Just under 4 minutes. One of the longest maps in this pool. This whole pool is very long in general, though. It's 190 BPM, CS4, AR 9.3, so yeah, pretty comfortable AR for hidden, nothing too crazy. Got some aim requirement to it, as I said. That's going to be kind of the large difficulty. It's 6.63 stars, so to be in this pool at that difficulty, you gotta figure it's going to be pretty aim-based. And we'll get to see if Sweden can right the ship here early on. It's only 1 breakpoint down, not the end of the world, but you definitely don't want to find 2 breakpoints down. This is a Jordan the Bear map right here. Lassie aim maps would be like also it is a Thieves Easy as, but that's hidden hard rock. This is hidden only. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. You know, we do see a couple little player changes here. We get Yumemi Ryamu coming in for Sweden. We get Tony Reno coming in as well. Getting Julian Kala joining things for the Argentina side as we wait on the 4th member of Sweden. This was their pick. You'd think they'd have a roster prepared for it, but maybe having a little trouble deciding on that member. It looks like it's going to be Nesnen coming in for Team Sweden, a player who I quite literally know nothing about. He has a name change or something, but I've never heard of him. Not a name change, so I've just never heard of him. Fair enough. We're going to get underway here. Map number 3. Sweden with their 2nd pick. Going into the aim hidden skill set and going to see if they can get their first point on the board here on the 3rd map. As in Tony Reno, Felrion, and Yumemi Ryamu against Naika, Julian Kala, Kata, and Penguo. Yumemi Ryamu going to be the first to break, but that was very, very early on, and this is a very, very long map, so really irrelevant in the grand scheme. And this is one of those... This map is more Nomad 1 than the actual Nomad 1, I think. You know, the actual Nomad 1 is just like a stream map, basically. This one is much more of an aim, kind of rounded type of pick. Kind of a Yosei Teikoku thing. Like, you can imagine Delis mapping some big squares if you're mapping this song. It'll be just a small lead for Argentina as Felrion finds a break before the first chorus. Not into this far enough that's going to be game ending or anything, but it's not the best. So I'm going to fall a little bit behind for our Sweden. Interesting little square stream, but everybody makes it through except for Naika. I didn't even see his miss. That was weird. I didn't see the X or anything. 3 FCs still for Argentina, just 2 for Sweden, but their other combo is doing alright for himself. It's relatively even here at this point, only about 30 to 40,000 points between the teams. It'll be very important to see who can maintain an FC to and through the 2nd PI section here. It's going to say a lot about the rest of the map to come. And no more misses as of yet. Oh, just kidding, it's Felrion breaking almost the exact place he broke before, right before the Ki gets really underway, and then Yumemi Ryamu finding a break of his own thereafter. Looking pretty damaging here for Sweden. Halfway through is never a great place to miss. However, Julian Kala misses for Argentina on that big aim pattern, followed by Naika immediately. So things will stay interesting here. It's Penguo and Kata with FCs, Tony Reno and Nesnen with FCs. Argentina has a little bit of a score lead, and there go all the FCs from Sweden. Oh my goodness, Nesnen and Tony Reno just both broke on the same pattern. That is not good if you're a Sweden fan. In fact, some may even say that is very bad if you're a Sweden fan. There is still a third of the map to go, however, but Penguo and Kata would need to break pretty soon for Argentina to have a chance at losing this one. As in with another break, not much combo on the Sweden side. And into the next chorus, we're gonna go. Yumemi Ryamu finds a break. Oh! All 4 combos of Argentina just died. Okay, Tony Reno and Felrion had combo through there. My God, everyone! All 7 of the 8 players just broke. Tony Reno the only one to hold. I don't know what I'm watching anymore, but it just doesn't matter. There's no combo on the board anywhere, and Argentina has a 400,000 point lead, so this one is theirs. It's gonna be another break point and a 3-0 lead, but man, that just was ugly. Everybody in the lobby just decided they didn't feel like holding combo anymore. Sometimes, you know, that's what happens. You're just like, you know, I've had this FC for too long. I don't feel like it anymore. I'm just gonna break real quick here to make this look a little more interesting. Unfortunately for Sweden, they had really no way of attacking those misses from Argentina, and the South Americans team is gonna take another break point here. And it is another pretty convincing point for Argentina. 434,000 points this time, and that's a 3-0 double break point lead. Things going pretty well for them here in the early stages of this match. They're halfway home already with a 3-0 lead. We'll find out they can get another find if they can get another consolidation with a quick DT pick again. So they're loving this DT pool, man. It is double time number 3 for Argentina, which is of course not ZTS but ZTS LOL. Minus 45, Yomitsu Hirasaka Corruption. It's a forgery difficulty. It's 203 BPM. It is air 9.67. It is DT streams. And that's basically it. Yeah. If their performance on DTs 1 and 2 is anything to go by, Argentina is going to look pretty good on this one. Probably going to see same rosters again here for this as we saw for the previous DTs. Slizzer, Filrian, Masta. This time going to be joined by Knots as their 4th instead of W. Argentina, Nika, Payne, Kata, Penguo. Going to be their same DT roster. You almost wonder if these teams just like don't have their full rosters, or if this is just like they're picking into one skill set, so they don't have any need to change players. You know, because for Argentina, they've got Amamiya, they've got Remy, they've got Streamkey on the team. And Sweden also has, of course, actually I think Sweden has played everybody at this point with all the changes that they made for the hidden pick. The Slizzer, Felrayan, Masta trio has played all 3 DTs now. Yeah, we'll get to see if Argentina can take an early 4-0 lead, this one going their way in a hurry. But a decently long pick here. This one is over 3 minutes. And as usual, you know, it's just going to come down to who can hit the death stream, because that's what determines, you know, if you can play this map or if you can, is really just can you play those streams. They're very long and they're very taxing on the stamina. Some people can play them, some people can double tap them, some people just can't. So you'd like to think, you know, most teams are going to have a 4-man roster that can play stuff like this, but we'll get to find out here as the map gets underway a little bit. Gonna be the first break from Penguo on the Argentina side. Early lead to Sweden. Very early though. Set. Long map. A lot of combo to come. A lot of sections where you can break and have trouble. Into the first streams we begin to go. This is where things will get interesting. As Kata finds a break. That is 2 misses already from Argentina. Sweden's still 4 FCs intact. I think there's still 4 intact. I don't think that was a real miss from Slizzer. We'll find out. Okay. 3 FCs Sweden, 2 FCs Argentina. Very, very long stream here, but everybody hitting it. Honestly, Sweden playing this like properly with good accuracy and everything. It just keeps going and going, though. It was not a real miss from Slizzer. There it is. I was right about that. Wow. Wow, Sweden. Okay. They 4-wayed that. Huh. Maybe this was not the best pick for Argentina. That's the one I was kind of worried about, because I think this is the most, what's the word I'm looking for here? Most polarizing in terms of skill set. Like, this map is literally just, can you play very basic streams with DT? There's no other skill set really involved in this map besides streams. It's pretty much just a Nomad 2. And Sweden is 4-waying this still. So they're going to take this point, and it's going to not be all that close. Which is a bit surprising, considering how the first couple of DT picks went. But this is a good showing from them. This will get one of those break points back. On the board, and give them a chance to make this match pretty close if they can win their own pick as well. So go to 3-1. I'll have the opportunity to go to 3-2 after. Just gotta get through this slideshow of the tournament client. And the map will invariably go the Sweden way. I mean, just a 1 FC from Slizzer, but a 3.5 million score. Really, really good from Sweden. Winning this one by 900k almost. It was, 920k, in fact, is the... It was not accurate. Very impressive stuff from Sweden. A little bit of a mispick there from Argentina. I don't think... With Sweden's first pick being what it was, I don't think I would have probably picked that if I were Argentina. Well, you know. Now pick goes over to Sweden. And Nomad 2. Not surprising. Not surprising at all. I think seeing how convincingly they won the DT stream pick makes perfect sense to go into a Nomad stream pick. One is much shorter, and the streams are, I think, more into the aim requirement of the streams than just the raw stamina. But it is the exact same BPM, so completely logical pick here from Sweden, and I would not be surprised to see them take this one as well after taking that DT so heavily. GLHF's coming out in chat, so we are going to get underway. Map number 5 here. Slizzer, Knots, Felrion, Masta taking on Nika Pei and Remy Pengua. We have Remy coming in. Pretty solid rosters, I think, for this map for both teams. Let's see about getting 2 points in a row after dropping the first 3 on the trot. It's another one of those maps, you know. We joke about Nomad 1 where you can miss anywhere, but like there's these Nomad 2s where like you can just miss an entire stream and your AC is suddenly 90% and you suddenly have 200k. I've seen that happen to a couple people on this map so far today. And it's almost a certainty that it'll happen to somebody somewhere. But the question is just who will it be? Who can hold out the longest? Who can keep the combo the best? I don't know if we've seen the FCs on this map as yet. It would be kind of cool to get one of those. Just the early lead here for Argentina, the 1 break from Felrion. Not much to write home about as of yet. Relatively short, just over 2 minutes. But there's a break from Remy to trade it right back. Score's going to be pretty even. A little bit of accuracy in favor of actually neither team all that much. Break from Pain, though. There's 2 FCs on the side of Argentina, 3 FCs on the side of Sweden, plus a big combo. There goes Masta, though. 2 FCs to 2 now. See how long Nika and Pengua can hold out. Not that long, as it turns out. As both of them break, as does Remy. So Sweden going to be feeling very good about this one so far. Double FC on Slizzer and Knots. The 400 plus combo on Felrion, giving them a couple 100,000 point lead, and all they have to do is hold on a little bit longer. A lot of score in this one tied up in the last portion of the map, but They're going to have a pretty big lead going into it, so it might not end up mattering all that much. Argentina having a lot of trouble with a break on Kane, as well as Nika and Penguo right after. So breaks on Sweden. That is a full combo reset. No, a 3 out of 4 combo reset. Masta still holding on, but just does not matter because Argentina has no combo. There's no way to bring back 500k when your biggest combo is 200. And this is going to be another very good showing here from Sweden compared to their opponents. Argentina might manage to make this a little closer, but really I don't think it's going to be the case even. Sweden just had set up too big of a lead into the really intense, difficult parts of this map. And just into the ending. That is another convincing victory, so 3 maps are now gone. That was well done for Sweden. 528,000 point victory on that one. They take it to a 3-2 lead for Argentina, but they have gotten the break point back. Need to see about another one. Nomad 2 gone, and DT3 gone means, what do you go to now if you want to stream abuse? I don't know. I still think Argentina might just opt into double time 4 though, depending on how they feel about 10.3. That one is more similar to Romeo and Cinderella and Gamble Rumble compared to Yomitsu Hirosaka, which was just a stream of runway drive. More into the kind of similar style where it's burst and ham and stuff, but not gonna be the case. Argentina is gonna switch it up completely. We're gonna stay in Nomad. We're just gonna go to the next Nomad right down. It's gonna be Nomad number 3, which is Gigo's Bring It On, the extra difficulty. Mapped by Testo. I have just realized that there are 2 sets of this with the same background, one by Testo and one by Pha, and I'm a Fancy Lad has rank 1 on the top diff of both. Cool. So this one is 160 BPM, 5.96 stars, just under 4 minutes. So it's another of these very long picks in this pool. And it's got some slider aim. Got a little finger control. Just kind of generally moderate difficulty across the map. And we're going to get underway here with map number 6 of this match already. Argentina in the lead, 3-2. This is their pick to try and keep that lead intact. Sweden going to try to get their second break point back here to tie it up. It's going to be Slizer, Knots, Felrian, Yumemi Ryamu against Nika, Payne, Julian Kala, and Kata. See how things go here. Argentina's last pick not working out that well for them, but this is going to kind of enter into a completely different skill set, a really different type of map. Gotta go from streams to one more technical slider aim here. Couple early breaks for the teams, Knots and Nika. These will stay pretty close though. Just about a 90 combo advantage for Sweden. Very high accuracy for Argentina. Pretty impressive on this map. Not easy to have good ac on. 2 players at 99.4 plus, and then they had an SS. 3 players at 99.4 plus. I guess it's easier now. And we're gonna go into the first Ki. Big sliders. Gotta be precise in aiming them, make sure you don't mess up. Easy enough to do, and that's gonna be the fate of Nika. It's another break for him, and the lead goes over Sweden. As Knots has recovered his combo quite well. Just that early break, but he has FC'd since then. He does break again, but so does Julian Kala, and so does Slizzer. So Felrion and Yumemi Ryamu now the FCs for Sweden. Pain and Kata the FCs for Argentina. Through the first Ki. He's gonna flicker on over to the Argentina side. Not by much though. It is very tight. And it's not gonna last as Kata and Nika both find a couple more breaks. Just Pain left with any combo at all on the Argentina side. In fact, this Julian Kala finds a break. Yumemi Ryamu and Felrion both still FCing, and good combo on Slizzer and Knots. Sweden gonna try to run with this lead here. Not quite halfway through the map though, so still lots of time left. Sweden consistently comfortably comboing here until that break from Felrion. Did manage to establish themselves over 100,000 point lead. Not for long though. We're seeing breaks. This does stay pretty difficult and intense. You get Knots, Felrion breaking, as well as Julian Kala, Kata, and Yumemi Ryamu. My goodness. And Slizzer too. Sweden has full combo reset. That is very unfortunate for them because that means that Argentina has an opportunity now. Pain's still holding on to the FC, doing very well. There it goes. Oh man, it's a full combo reset really for everyone in the match. There's a 200 combo on Felrion and a 186 combo on Julian Kala. And everyone just has trouble with this pick. It's very close though, about 10,000 points. A small combo advantage to Sweden, 280 versus 260, about 20-25 combo difference. Everybody else pretty even, so it is just all gonna come down to this last Ki. Anyone break in this section? They do. It's Nika and Julian Kala. That was bad for Argentina. Those two pretty decent combos. They cannot afford those kind of misses. Unless Sweden breaks at the very beginning of this last section of the map, they'll take it. That lead's gonna grow. And here it goes. I have to think that that ended Argentina's chances at a comeback on this map. There is a break from Knots, but the other three holding steady. There goes Nika again. There goes Yumemi Ryamu and Knots. Kata as well, though. It's Pain and Julian Kala. I don't think they have enough. No, they don't. There's breaks. That'll do it. Felrion and Slizzer holding through the ending, and they're going to take this point in favor of Sweden. That is 3 points in a row for Sweden that this will make, and it is going to be a 3-3 tie. All right. We've got a whole new match on our hands now. 3-3. Best of 5 to determine the winner. That was a bit unexpected. I mean, Argentina looks so good winning the first 3 maps, but then it just completely turns around on the next 3 after that. 2 stream maps for Sweden, and then the kind of techie, gimmicky map here. So proving they can win on a couple of different skill sets. And now Sweden with their own pick to try to take their first lead of the match. My, how the tables have turned. So you could think about a lot of different picks here if you're Sweden. Do you stay in Nomad again? You maybe go Nomad 5 depending on how you feel about low AR. Do you go Nomad 6 depending on how you feel about really gimmicky alt picks? Or do you choose to go to a different mod pool? You know, you've still got free mods 2 and 3 have not been touched on this pool. Hidden 3, you know, you can gloss the early hidden pick on 1. But Get Over the Culture is a completely different map, and it is more similar to Bring It On, if anything, though not really a direct comparison there. Or do you flip it up? You go into the Hard Rock pool for the first time. We haven't gotten a Hard Rock or a free mod pick yet. Got Arian Road, Roxanne, Chimera, and In the Black. A lot of options here. Just depends on what kind of skill set you want to go to, but they're going to say we're staying in the Nomad pool. So their 4th pick is going to be Nomad 1, Yugure Semi Nikki. We've seen this one a fair amount, you know. It's no mod 1 in name only. It is a very stream-focused, spaced stream map. And after seeing Sweden win on Yumitsu Hirasaka Corruption and on Bad Elixir, not a surprising pick from them at all. See if they can continue their dominance on the stream maps in the pool. This would be really about it for stream picks. I mean, there's technically, like, there's the bursts and stuff in Band Forever, but other than that, there's no stream maps at all after this one. This map could be the site of the first lead of the tournament, first lead of the match for Sweden here. And I think it's a good one. And they look very good on Bad Elixir, they look very good on DT3. So, pretty solid pick here, I think. Looks like we should be about good to go here. It's going to be Slizzer, Knots, Felrion, and Masta for Sweden. Penguo, Pain, Remy, and Kata for Argentina. Argentina's got to shake off the cobwebs here. 3 losses in a row. Not the best look for them. Sweden's got all the momentum now with the 3-3 match tie. Their own pick here, so the opportunity is theirs for the taking. But Argentina had the early 2 break points, so, you know, gonna be looking for some more. This map is so interesting the way it tends to play out. You just have these weird spaced stream patterns to break on and not a lot else. This is not super aim focused other than kind of the weird flow aim. So any breaks in other places feel pretty damaging a lot of the time. So you see Knots and Pain both breaking in the early portion there. But really, you know, it's just going to be who can get into the first ki, who can hit the weird stuff. There's that first stream, everybody makes it through okay. A lot more of those where that came from, however. Master gonna break on the second little weird stream. Followed by Slizzer and himself once again, and Remy on the Argentina side. So it's Penguo and Kata with the FCs for Argentina, just Felrion backed up by Knots for Sweden. And it's really just those 2v2. Make that 2v1, make that 1v1. All right, it is down to Knots and Kata. Nobody else with really any combo of note. This one is this is kind of how this map goes. Like, there's a couple people that can play it, that can hold their combos all right, and a lot of people just often don't. I mean, we do see that occurring here. And Knots breaks on that spaced pattern. Kata holds on. That's huge for Argentina, especially with Slizzer breaking as well. Knots missed in exactly the same way as Pain on the first time that showed up. That same pattern shows up a couple times in this map. And apparently if you miss it once, somebody else is going to miss it the next time. Kata now. 99% AC FC still alive for Argentina. Into the second ki he's going to go. Let's see if he can keep this FC alive, for how long he can keep this FC alive, as Sweden having a lot of trouble. It's going to get to the point where it doesn't even matter. Kata does finally break, but Penguo, Remy, and Pain all with solid combo, and Sweden has just completely fallen apart. Their highest combo is 60. Pain and Remy, 520 combo, 580 combo. It almost doesn't matter what happens in the solo here, because there's just no combo for Sweden for it to matter. It's 400k. Everybody's going to miss in this section. I mean, unless all 4 members of Sweden full combo the rest of the map, it's just basically over. Yeah, they just don't. So, this one pretty much over at this point. That part of the map is very dumb. It's just dumb. I'm sorry. It's just dumb. And this is going to be Argentina now. 300,000+ point lead or so. They're going to take the point here. And with it, it will take a 4-3 lead. So finally, 3 points in a row to Sweden. Argentina is going to get another one back. And it's going to be a break point. So it's going to be 4-3. It's going to be their pick. They're going to try and give themselves match points after this. Top score looking like it's going to be around 500K or so. Kata just a bit shy of that mark. But a decent enough performance from Team Argentina there to take another break point. It's a 355K victory on that pick. They've really only had one close point so far. 75K on Bring It On. Everything else has been 300K plus, right? But yeah. But now we have Argentina with their own pick and a 4-3 lead. So that means they want to be very careful with this one. It can give them a 5-3 lead. Be a couple of break points if they are able to win. The pool is getting smaller and smaller. So it kind of just depends on exactly what skill set you feel like going into. You know, do you want to go AR8, burst, linear maps? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you want to go. They're picking quickly before I can even talk about it. Their fourth pick is going to be Runway Drive by Felt, the Frostmourne Lunatic Div. And this makes perfect sense. As I was talking about, Gamble, Rumble, Romeo and Cinderella, and Runway Drive all kind of share some commonalities where they've got some burst and some aim. Whereas they're even similar BPMs. I mean, the BPM range of these three picks is really only like literally what, 27 BPM, 228, 240, and 255. So not a lot of difference between them in a lot of ways. You know, Yomitsu Hirosaka Corruption, as we've discussed at length, was just a stream map. The rest of them are more aim focused, have bursts and such. And with Argentina having won both Gamble, Rumble, and Romeo and Cinderella, I think it makes perfect sense for them to decide, yes, we are going to pick that last DT that's left. So we are going to go through the entire DT pool here in this match. This is a very important point. All points are important, you know, but it just feels so much more so as you get later and later on into the match. Sweden looking for the 4-4 tie, Argentina looking for the 5-3 lead. That says enough right there, I think. And we're going to be seeing more of these same rosters. I mean, 4 DTs plus 2 stream maps. A lot of the same skill set being played. Or 3 stream maps, really. So it's going to be Slizzer, W, Felrion, Masta. They're going to be taking on Nika, Pain, Stringy, and Kata. And this is going to get underway here. It'll be very interesting to see how this one goes. Argentina have been very, very strong on DTs, except for the streaming one. Sweden's got their work cut out for him, I think, on this pick. Try to pick up. Maybe this nice kind of comfy aim, but it does bring in the 10.3 factor where, you know, maybe you're a gamma abuser, maybe you're just good at reading 10.3, but that's such a polarizing type of skill set. You know, there's a lot of people who can and a lot of people who cannot read 10.3 comfortably. I think in this match more so than the previous one, these teams have their rosters so they are able to put in players who are confident on the picks that they choose. I think that's going to be evident here as they're looking a lot more comfortable on this pick than some previous teams with some other picks. More nice DT lag and an early break from Kata, it looks like. Go into the first Ki. Small lead to Sweden, 4 FCs to 3. Get those 240 BPM burst streams. You know, what point does it go from a burst to a stream? Is 12 notes still a burst? 16 notes still a burst? I think 16 notes is a stream, right? There's gonna be a break from stream key though. Argentina down to only 2 FCs. Meanwhile, Sweden 4-waying through the first chorus. Very big to start off this map well for Sweden. Gotta have some nice mental. Almost halfway through already. This one's not a very long pick. They're gonna be feeling good so far. Hard to feel bad about a 4-way full combo. 100,000 points. Slizzer does find a break. One of the FCs falls. Still 3 intact though. Nika and Payne doing everything they can for Argentina. Kata and Stream keep putting their combo back together. It's just gonna be a matter of how long Sweden can hold their remaining full combo. If the answer is a long time, then they'll probably just win this one. But if the answer is not very long, then Argentina will have a chance. There goes Nika, however. So Payne and Stream key, double FC, triple FC for Sweden. There goes Stream key as well. Well, I think Sweden may have just won this. Thank you, Tournament Client, for making this a very unpleasant viewing experience for everyone. And this was basically over. Sweden has a huge lead. W does finally break, so it will not be a triple FC, but looking like it might be a double FC here from Felrion and Masta. So no matter what Argentina does, looks like Payne gonna come in with the FC. Yep, no FCs at all. Everybody missed on the last note. Okay, good stuff. Payne and Masta breaking right at the end, but 3.7 million, very good score from Sweden. And once again, we have a very one-sided map, and it's another break point, but that's gonna tie it up at 4 apiece. This thing is just staying so close. I mean, you had Argentina win 3 points in a row, Sweden win 3 points in a row, and then they just split the next 2. And now they're down to their last pick each, which are going to be something from Nomads 5 and 6, Hidden 3, Hard Rocks 2 and 3, and Free Mods 2 and 3. Plenty of options still here, depending on, you know, again, kind of the skill set that you want to opt into. Linear aim and bursts, alt aim, weird tech stuff that I hope nobody picks, alternating strange rhythms, CS 6.5, and, you know, a couple of free mods that we literally have not seen. I think free mod 2 and free mod 3 have been completely ignored, but finally, they make a liar out of me. It is going to be the free mod 2 pick, Chimera. Fun fact, this was my one contribution to this pool. This is a pretty neat map. Very long, 3 minutes 39 seconds, but 165 BPM. It's Air 8.5 CS5, so it is kind of our AR 8 CS5 pick. You know, just a slightly higher approach rate. So we're gonna see who's comfortable with low AR hidden, who's comfortable with CS 6.5. You see Tony Reno coming in. I think he's the hidden player for Sweden. I don't know what Argentina will necessarily do here. I would expect 1 hidden, 1 hard rock per team in all likelihood. All right, so we're gonna go into the final pick from Sweden. Free mod number 2, Chimera, SMM's extra, which is Shiroha My Mommy's extra, by the way. I found that out recently. I left the mapper on the sheet as Panda Hero because I thought it was kind of funny to have it be, you know, free mod 1 was Devious Panda, free mod 2 was Panda Hero. I thought that was cute. Tony Reno hidden, Yumami Ryamu Hard Rock, Felurion and Knots Nomad. On the other side, Julian Kala hidden, Rimi Hard Rock, Penguo and Kata Nomad. Whoever wins this point does get a match point. So there's still a lot on the line here. Every bit of combo counts, you know, every circle matters. Gotta keep up the concentration, gotta keep up the confidence, gotta keep up the really just mental stamina over the course of a tough, long match like this. Tony Reno and Julian Kala both gonna break, as well as Rimi, so UFC's gone for Argentina like that. One for Sweden. That tough stream, Tony Reno and Yumami Ryamu are both gonna break. So 2 FCs to 2, all the Nomad players on the bottom row there still intact with their combo. Kind of nice being able to just watch it that way. I don't know why it says Knots has DT on. I'm gonna assume that's not actually the case. Right? Like, he doesn't actually have DT on, right? That's not actually possible. DT is not included among free mod, so you literally can't have DT in a free mod pick. I don't know that I've ever seen that particular glitch before. It's just showing a DT icon. It's like causing the DT lag though, actually. I'm gonna real quick just refresh this because that's kind of weird. We're getting this like weird DT lag thing because somebody says they have DT on even though they don't. Goes to 2, but combo in favor of Argentina. Just kidding. Combo very small in favor of Argentina. Thanks, tournament client. You're really good at what you do. Into another one of those tricky wiggle streams. Rimi and Yumami Ryamu both break on it, so just traded, really. I mean, very tight. But Penguo with the next break for Argentina. That's one of those Nomad FCs. That's actually going to be important. However, Knots follows up with a break as Julian Kala and Tony Reno. Oh boy. We've got Kata and Felurion, the only combo left in the map really to speak of. Yumami Ryamu at about 140. Distant third behind those others. So who's going to be able to hold here? If Felurion and Kata, it's going to be Felurion as Kata finds a break. How long can Felurion keep up this combo? It's going to be maybe long enough for Sweden to take the pick here. This is so tricky. There's a lot of really tough little patterns in this section. And everyone just broke, except for Kata. We just play diff spike games here at 4WC. But it's about a 200,000 point lead for Sweden, so I think that's safe. There's just not any combo to speak of on Argentina's side, and Knots has 220 to hold off Kata. And this will be Sweden taking the point on their own pick. And that means we're going to come to the final pick of this match with things all square. Meaning no breakpoints, 5-4 lead, just on pick order. Argentina last pick, 1 point down, but it is their pick to come. So, you know, it just feels so even the way things have been going. But it's match point now for Sweden on Argentina's selection. Try and take it to a tiebreaker. Can we get a tiebreaker? Please? That'd be cool. I want a tiebreaker. And their selection is going to be a curious one. It is Nomad 5 as the final pick of this match. Banned forever. I guess we just got to keep up the 100% pick rate for this map. 220 BPM, linear aim, and burst heavy, with the notable factor, of course, that it is AR8. You know, this is an interesting pick because Argentina won 3 of the 4 DTs that were picked, which were the highest BPM maps outside of this one. This is actually higher BPM than one of them, but that's the one that they lost. So very interesting to consider that. But I feel like it's just such a determining factor that this is AR8, and that the aim in this is all so linear. A lot of really flow aim, linear-based patterns. With it being an older map, I think that's kind of unsurprising. You know, it's, what, 9 years old or something? 8 or 9 years old. This map is from a while back. So it's gonna depend on a lot of factors, you know? It's how you feel about the lower approach rate, how you feel about linear aim, how you feel about 220 BPM bursts, and just being consistent. You know, it's a decently long map. It's, what, 3.5 minutes long. We have seen a couple, we've seen one FC, a straight up FC, in the previous match. That was from Kirito, I believe. We saw a near FC from Vroom CVVT on France, who missed on one of the last couple of circles. And so let's see, you know, will we get a hero performance? Will we get a heroic play from somebody in this match on this map? It's gonna be Nesnen, Slizzer, Felrion, and Knots against Julian Kala, Payne, Penguo, and Kata. Brazil were always in the lead on this one in their match against Poland. And so they, I don't know, it never really felt all that contested, especially the way Kirito played. This one's starting out interestingly with a capital int. A lot of players finding some breaks in the early goings here. Only FC left is already on Nesnen, excuse me, 2 FCs left on Nesnen and Knots on the Swedish side. Belerion not having a good time, nor is Slizzer. This is just a map that it feels like nobody has rosters for. I don't know. There's so few people who can play this competently. But it is still the early stages, and it is a small lead only of 50,000 points for Argentina, but that can change in a hurry. Let's see what players can keep their combo going. So far, it's Kata, Penguo, and Nesnen. There is just nowhere safe on this map. You can't hide from Band Forever because you can just break on any pattern. As you saw there, Kata, Penguo missing. Nesnen is in a good position here for Sweden. He is at 93% accuracy, but he does have the highest combo. And will be the highest score as well. Slizzer with a decent combo backing him up here. Julian Kala and Payne doing all right for Argentina, though, so they're going to hold on. Just kidding. Julian Kala and Penguo both break. The lead will actually be going over to Sweden in not a long time if they can keep their combo up. They might be able to close this out here on the break point, but it's going to be interesting to see because there is plenty of maps still to come. And it is only a 50,000 point. Now slowly, quickly now, as Payne finds a break. Heading over to the Sweden side, they have 3 solid combos, and Argentina just has nothing. Just kidding. Slizzer and Nesnen both break. That went away quickly. So now it's dead even, and in fact, Argentina favored, but it's going to flicker back and forth. These combos are so similar. Knots with just under a 500 combo, but Penguo, Kata, both with a bit of combo on the Argentinians. Oh my god, that was 6 breaks. What in the world did I just witness? Payne missed, Julian Kala missed, Penguo missed, Knots missed. I think either Slizzer or Felrion missed there as well. It's a 13,000 point gap between the teams. Can Kata hold on to this combo here for Argentina? Because that could just be the deciding factor. The only other combo anywhere at all is Nesnen, and he's only at 150. Kata, meanwhile, at 430, is in a position to carry this for Argentina. The lead's going to grow just a bare amount, and it's all going to come down to the ending of this map. Whoever holds longest out of Nesnen and Kata, with the score being so close, even Nesnen's 200 combo can prove to be important, but Kata now on a rampage here, 500 combo, putting together his performance at the ending of this map here that Argentina needed to send this to a tiebreaker. And it looks like he may have done enough now, just coming into the very ending. Oh, that's a lot of breaks. Payne, Julian Kala, and Slizzer, as well as Knots and Felrion and Nesnen, so that is going to do it. Argentina are going to take this point. It was dicey, it was back and forth, it was sketchy, it was scary, But Argentina, on the back of Kata's 700 combo at the end, have done it. They are victorious on their last pick of the match, and they will send it to a tiebreaker. That means we will be seeing Enantiomorphs for the first time in our fourth match on this pool. Seems like it's just what was bound to happen, you know. Once the match got tied up at 3-3, Argentina won 3 points, Sweden won 3 points, and it just felt from there like this is probably gonna go to tiebreaker. Both teams winning and losing points with reckless abandon. Nobody felt like they were really able to grab a foothold, you know, after Argentina lost that early lead. And here we are, you know, the logical conclusion of the match in a tiebreaker. And with not even 100 viewers to our name, that's a little sad. I'm so tempted to just like ping about it, but man, we lost like 20 people from the server today for pings. So it's just gonna be a small tiebreaker, I guess. We're not gonna have many people watching it, but still pretty cool. So this is, of course, the Smoothie World diff of this song. Chirality, the difficulty. 6.72 stars. Just over 5 minutes long. 203 BPM, because of course it's 203 BPM. There's 3 maps in this pool at the same BPM. CS 4.2, Air 9.7. It has a lot going for it. This is one of the more tech-favored of our tiebreakers that we've seen so far. So whichever team is more comfortable in that particular skill set may have the advantage. And also, you know, it comes down to consistency, comes down to stamina, comes down to mental fortitude. You know, an hour and 20 minutes into the match with it tied at 5 apiece, where a lot of factors come to a head. And this is for all the marbles, you know. One of these teams after this map will be eliminated. The other one will advance onward to losers round 5. Just a matter of who it is on the other side of the tiebreaker. Looks like we are waiting on one member from the Swedish team, maybe trying to decide who their fourth should be. It looks like both teams do have 4. Give me Slizzer, Felrion, Masta, and Knots. Pain, Rimi, Penguo, and Kata for Argentina. On the tiebreaker, Camelia's Enantiomorphs Chirality, mapped by Smoothie World. Fun fact, I have had this beat map background as my phone background for like 4 years. Kind of cool. It's a really cool background. We're underway on the tiebreaker. Settle the score. One team will win 6-5, and another will have an agonizing defeat. This has been such a great match. I hope tiebreaker continues the trend. No mods coming in for this one. Everybody's playing straight up, and the first break coming from Slizzer into this first drop. They're very different style of tiebreaker, not so aim focused as some of the previous ones. Some much techier with some streams as well coming into play. Getting some breaks out. Slizzer, Knots, Masta, Penguo, all missing. Followed by, it looks like Pain and Rimi as well, both missing on the same pattern. This one very difficult, I think. One of the harder tiebreakers. Maybe spurred on a little bit by last week's tiebreaker being considered a little too easy. And down to just 2 FCs, Felrion and Kata. Kata, the big carry on the previous pick. See if he can reprise that role. But Felrion looking not to be upstaged. He is suffering from a lower accuracy, about 3% accuracy difference between Felrion and Kata, and the lead just barely on Argentina's side, but the combos are so close. Oh, and there goes Kata's FC. He breaks on the longer stream. That's big for Sweden. They'll be able to take the lead over, especially followed up by that Penguo break. Penguo was the second largest combo, I believe, for Argentina. Now Sweden have Felrion on the FC and Slizzer and Masta on good combos, matching Remy and Pain. How long can Sweden hold on? Well, not that long, I guess. Pain holds, but Masta breaks. But it's a pretty sizable combo lead here. Felrion with the FC just under 900 combo, Slizzer at about 600, Knott's about 330. Meanwhile, Remy and Pain at 480 apiece, and that's really all for Argentina. Sweden gonna try to run with this lead a little bit. If Sweden breaks quickly, Argentina will have an opportunity, but the longer these combos hold together in the next PI section, the better for Sweden. It's gonna be breaks. Oh my goodness, Pain, Remy, and Penguo all breaking for Argentina. Felrion did break for Sweden, but Slizzer and Knots held on through that space stream. The advantage for Sweden will continue to grow, 200,000 points, and continuing to rise. Kata, the only combo for Argentina. This is gonna be pretty ugly. Sweden just can hold on a little bit longer. I mean, we're gonna get going into the last third of the map here shortly, and it's a couple 100,000 points in their favor. Slizzer and Knott's combo are so huge, though. Those two need to stay alive. Get a break. Will the players get to see their scores before they go into the next PI? I don't know that they actually do. Pretty much everything in this had to be mapped for drain time requirements, I believe. 100,000 points, still the lead, just holding steady. Those Slizzer at 1,000 combo and Knots at 770. Oh, and Penguo breaking at a really inopportune time. Still, that's not map ending yet, but it's getting close to it. Lead's gonna grow for Sweden even more. Slizzer and Knots are the ones to watch over there. And into this next section we go. And Slizzer immediately finds a break, opening up the door just a crack for Argentina, but Kata breaks immediately thereafter, followed by Felrion and Knots. It is now just Masta at 680 combo. Remy Pain with some combo for Argentina, as well as Penguo. If Masta breaks as well, Argentina is going to be able to have a little bit of space here, but they have to all hold. Pain does not, Kata does not, Knots does not either. Masta, though, still holding on. About 800 combo for him. It's going to be enough to hold off Argentina in favor of the Swedish side if he can keep this combo going, and I think he's gonna. He's looking pretty solid here. Remy and Penguo doing everything. Oh, there's a break from Masta. Not a lot of combo on the Sweden side, but there's just no time left now. They have done enough. They have done enough now, have Sweden, to emerge victorious from the tiebreaker. And it is going to be a 6-5 final score. Thanks to all members of their team really participating in this score. Argentina just did what they could, but man, there were just too many breaks through that middle section of the map, and that is Sweden. They were down 3-0 at the beginning of this match. Came back to 3-all, back and forth from there to do the tiebreaker at 5 apiece, and then finally just able to win the tiebreaker in S rank from Masta. Very impressive stuff from him. And a 255k victory, 6-5, Sweden, your winners. Moving on via tiebreaker, losers bracket round 5, setting up a date with Team Brazil in that round. Spot in the top 6 will, excuse me, spot in the top 6 will be at stake from that. That's going to be an exciting one tomorrow. Good job. GG well played. Congratulations to Sweden. Heartbreaking loss for Argentina after they probably felt like they were going to be able to win this one easily with that 3-0 lead, but Sweden just stormed back, held them off on the tiebreaker. They are your winners. And that is going to do it for our coverage for quite some time. We have had about 7.5 hours on and off of matches so far today, and there is one more to come tonight. 3 UTC, 11 p.m. Eastern, will be the United States versus Taiwan, the fourth and final match in the losers bracket, round 4, before we eventually do go into the second semifinal and the losers round 5 matches tomorrow. So we'll see you guys in about 5.5 hours time for the last match of this round, of this day, and then tomorrow, the remainder of the matches for the weekend. Thank you all for watching. Congratulations, Sweden. GG, well played, Argentina. And we will see you later on for tonight's match. Thank you for watching. See you guys later.